Hello, I'm Sarah here at Roanoke Island Fitness Lab. I hope that everyone is staying motivated. We've been sending you lots of creative workouts and we're continuing through today. For our warm-up, I've chosen 4 different movements that you're going to execute for 15 seconds each. So that means you will just do as many reps as you can in that 15 seconds. And ideally, you're gonna repeat that warm up for 3 rounds. And so if you have a clock at home and you can just watch the second hand go around, that's an easy way to use if you don't have a stopwatch or digital clock to use. So the first movement in our warm up is seal jacks. It's just like a jumping jack, but you're gonna open and close your arms this way. So it's a good way to open your chest when we're getting ready to do burpees and push-ups. So you'll do as many reps as you can of seal jacks in your 15 seconds. Then you're gonna keep that running clock going for a few air squats or body squats, getting yourself as low as you can and standing all the way back up in between. So be careful not to cut your reps short, all the way down, all the way up. Still with that running clock, you're gonna do mountain climbers. Plant your hands flat, bring your foot as far forward as you can. Try not to hold your breath while you're doing this movement. And then for your last one in that minute, you're gonna hold your plank either on your hands or on your forearms. Again, try not to hold your breath while you're holding the movement until you finish 15 seconds of each thing, and you'll start again from the top for 3 rounds through. After you finish your warm-up and you feel like you've got your heart going and a little bit sweaty, take a few minutes to stretch yourself out. We've shared a lot of great yoga poses, warm-ups and cool-downs throughout the last couple weeks. So choose something that feels good to you, maybe a few downward dogs or some runner stretch. Do something to stretch your muscles once they're nice and warm. After you take a couple minutes to do that, our workout for today, we're going to approach it as an interval style. So the duration is a little bit shorter, but these workouts are a great way to figure out how to pace yourself and how hard you can work. So for 3 minutes, we're going to cycle through burpees, kettlebell swings, and V-ups, trying not to stop at all during those 3 minutes. So keeping that in mind, I'll show you some modifications along the way, so that you can scale back the movement if needed, so that you don't rest during the 3 minutes, because then you're gonna take a 1-minute rest and cycle through that same approach for 5 total rounds. So for our first movement, hopefully you didn't have too many penalty burpees with Coach Richard's workout. You're gonna do 4 burpees as fast as you can, getting flat to the floor and standing all the way back up. Okay, 4 total burpees. So if you feel yourself slowing down, you can modify this by cutting the push-up and just jumping out to a thrust to stand up. Again, if you're slowing down, you could cut the jump at the end. So a squat thrust and just stand. After your 4 burpees, you're gonna do 8 kettlebell swings. You could also do this with a dumbbell or whatever weighted object you're able to use at home. I like to put that bell in front of me, so the first movement gets it behind you off the floor. You're gonna stand all the way up, follow that bell through, and don't let the weight of that bell drop your chest forward. You're gonna do 8 kettlebell swings. You can modify this by bringing it to eye level or by using a lighter weighted object. After your 8 swings, you're gonna go right into V-ups, trying to fold yourself in half and make a V. So you're gonna start laying flat, squeeze your belly to start. You're gonna try to reach your fingers to your toes at the top. If that becomes too challenging, you can turn this into a sit-up, laying all the way flat and sitting all the way up. And so again, you're gonna start your clock and you're gonna repeat those movements to do 4 burpees, 8 swings, 12 V-ups or sit-ups, and keep working as many rounds as possible for 3 minutes. You're gonna take a 1-minute rest and repeat that for 5 total rounds. Your goal is to keep your same pace throughout each of those rounds
So if you feel yourself getting tired or slowing down, choose one of the modifications so that you can keep moving.
I chose a couple good stretches to help you cool down. Knowing this was a shorter workout, you might have a few extra minutes to listen to your body. After we did a lot of core and ab movements and those V-ups or your sit-ups, you're gonna spend a minute in your seal stretch or your up dog, getting your hands about under your shoulders, keeping your legs and feet relaxed behind you, and try to keep your shoulders pressed down into your back. Ideally, you would hold this stretch for a minute. If this feels too intense in this position, you can come down onto your elbows. Still think about pulling your shoulder blades together and lengthen yourself from your head to your tailbone so you're not slouched down in a relaxed position.
Okay.
Your second cool down stretch, which is a really great one to do every day if you can, is called static back. And if we're thinking about sitting a lot or looking at our phones and computers a lot, or even our movements that are rounding our shoulders forward, it's a really good way to center your posture every day to keep you in line. So if you can find an object to put your legs on, maybe it's a chair or a bench or a couch, ideally trying to get your knee over your hip. So it's at a 90 degrees from your knee to your feet. And you're just gonna relax your head and shoulders on the floor, relax your arms at your sides about 45 degrees, and you're gonna stay here for 5 minutes is the goal, and focus on breathing and relaxing so that everything sinks into the floor. So you're gonna recenter yourself to be ready to work out tomorrow.